workers' compensation, motor vehicle accidents, litigation support. For most medical practices, these claims are the silent drain hiding in the accounts receivable queue. Because they feel like a tiny slice of your overall patient mix, the default strategy is usually to treat them as minor exceptions. You push them through your standard billing workflow and hope they resolve themselves. According to HFMA data, complex claims make up just 3 to 5% of total volume. But watch what happens to their weight when we shift to dollars. That tiny 3% slice accounts for 15 to 20% of total accounts receivable. That backlog is expensive. Kodiak Solutions analyzed over 2,000 hospitals and found $48 billion in net revenue leakage in a single year. That massive loss is driven heavily by clinical and prior authorization denials, the exact kinds of hurdles that define complex claims. The math here reveals a structural vulnerability. When a tiny fraction of your claim volume holds a fifth of your cash hostage, complex billing stops being an administrative annoyance and becomes a serious risk to your cash flow. The friction starts with the legal environment. These cases ignore standard commercial billing rules, bound by state-specific fee schedules, strict authorization requirements, and hard legal deadlines. Standard claims complete in 30 to 45 days, but complex claims take 60 to 90 days longer. For motor vehicle accidents, processing times hit 130 to 150 days, leaving revenue idle for nearly half a year. Car accidents require your billing team to correctly sequence multiple overlapping coverage types, like MedPay, health insurance, and third-party liability. Billing the wrong payer first guarantees a denial. And when a denial hits a workers' compensation claim, the legal machine takes over. Recent benchmarking data from Lockton shows that over 70% of denied workers' comp claims end up in litigation. Once lawyers get involved, Risk Connect data confirms the cost to resolve that claim jumps by 388%. A generalist billing staff simply isn't resourced to fight legal battles across multiple state jurisdictions. The friction wears them down, and eventually those massive delays turn into permanent write-offs. The operational fix requires treating the disease, not the symptoms. You have to remove workers' comp and auto accident claims entirely from your general billing queue and put them in a dedicated environment. Staffingly provides exactly this structure. They place a dedicated, credentialed team of specialists to work exclusively inside your existing electronic medical record system. It is the exact same team handling your complex cases every single day. These specialists manage the entire life cycle of the claim. They verify coverage hierarchies, track shifting state-specific legal deadlines, and actively manage liens to protect your right to collect when a settlement finally occurs. This visualization shows how Staffingly's AI smart routing platform augments that human team. High-priority claims, like a workers' comp file with an imminent statutory deadline, are flagged in bright colors and routed to a specialist instantly. The system also runs an automated audit on every file, catching missing authorization numbers or incomplete documentation before the claim is ever submitted to the payer. Coupling credentialed legal expertise with AI preventative routing stops the bleeding. Claims are filed cleanly the first time, ending the cycle of endless appeals and crippling legal delays. So why not just hire your own specialist? The barrier comes down to hard economics and the risk of turnover in a tight labor market. Hiring an in-house complex claims biller costs between $55,000 and $75,000 a year in loaded costs, and if they quit in 6 months, you lose all the workflow training you invested in them. This chart compares the true cost of an in-house employee against a dedicated Staffingly seat, which runs just over $20,000 a year. That creates an immediate annual savings of over $34,000 per seat. And the transition is fast. A practice can go live in 14 days, establishing secure EMR access governed by strict SOC 2 Type 2 compliance protocols to protect patient data. The proof of this model is in the execution. Across more than 800 practices, Staffingly maintains an error rate below 1%. By carving out your hardest claims and handing them to a dedicated, tech-enabled team, you convert a hidden, unpredictable drain into a reliable revenue stream. It takes 2 weeks to pilot the program, and you can scale or cancel with 30 days' notice.